What's up, guys? David here with Team Locklear. We've got a tournament coming up here in the next couple days. Friday, I think it is. Today's Sunday, so we've got to get our bait ahead of time. We always get it, a couple days ahead of time and put it in the tank. You see me do a video on. So we got it on hand, and we can go ahead and purge it out. I got a couple different cast nets in this bucket. I went over to Aaron's a couple days ago and picked these up because we were going to try to catch some shad to put in that tank. Go ahead and get it started up. But I figured it'd be a good time to do a how-to video on throwing a cast net. I know when I first was learning how to throw one, I watched every video I could find on YouTube about how to throw a cast net, and everybody's got a different way about doing it. And every one of them work. I mean, some work for some don't work for others. But in the end, I wound up finding a way that works best for me, and it's probably 2 or 3 different ways combined into one. Now, Aaron, he throws it different than I do. He can throw it good the way he likes to throw it. I throw it good the way I like to throw it. So everybody's a little bit different. This may not be the right way for you, but it worked for me with smaller nets and bigger nets. Normally we keep 2 or 3 different kinds in the boat. I think this one here is a 7-footer. This one is a 10-footer, and we keep a 12-footer in the boat. Now they all have a purpose. These 7-foot, 8-foot nets are good for sight throwing. When you're going along the edge of the bank and you see a school come up, it's good for throwing right there on top of them. And the bigger nets, the bigger you go, we like to use them in open lakes, deep water. The 12-footer, we'll throw it in 10, 20, 30 foot of water out in the main lake, trying to catch bait that's deep. But I'm gonna go through and throw both of these. I didn't bring the 12-footer with me. That 12-footer is a handful now. But when it opens up, it'll block out the sun. It's just, but I'm gonna throw the 7-footer today, and I'm gonna throw the 10-footer and show you the different ways that I use to throw these. And you have to make up your mind whether this way will work for you. And I'm gonna try to be as detailed as possible, because there is a couple of different steps you have to go through in order to make it open up like you want it to. Every time you load this net, you want it to open, because every time you load it, this net here weighs 26 pounds. So that's a lot of weight to have to keep picking up if you throw it the wrong way. But I'm gonna load this 7 first and go through and show you how I do this, and then we'll throw it, and then we'll move on to the 10. All right, guys, first up we got this 7-footer, and this thing's got a crazy long main line on it. I bet you could throw this net in 30 foot of water and hit the bottom. But I'm gonna go through and show you the technique I use to throw these smaller nets. And a lot of people say, man, that ain't no small net, but yeah, it really is compared to some of the other ones. Get your main line in your hand looped up to where there ain't no tangles or no kinks or knots in it. You're gonna grab your net about a foot from the top of the horn. This is the horn up here, where all the main lines go to, all the braille lines. About a foot from the top of the horn. Aaron used this net in that last tournament to get bait, so it's soaking wet. But, alright, we got a net here. What I'm going to do is come down here and catch it about 2 feet from the bottom of the net. And instead of coming here and rolling it up, what I'm going to do is come straight down. So, see how I've got my net here? So when I throw this net, everything's going to come straight out of my hand this way. So I'm going to run down here and catch this lead line, and I'm going to lay this over my arm, just like this. I'm going to catch it closest to me. You can see that's the open end of the net. And then I'm going to start collecting the net in my hand. And just keep pulling until I get about half the net in one hand and half in the other. Holding on to that main line with my pinky and holding the rest of it in this hand. See how I got it here in my hand? And then I'm going to pick out my target. And always keep in mind now, the shad are swimming, and you either want to throw ahead of them or you want to throw behind them. Because when that net hits the water, they're going to turn direction, or they're going to speed up and go faster the way they're going. And if you're throwing ahead of them, then they'll run into the net and you'll catch more that way. a lot of times they just scatter in all directions, in shallow water especially. So we're gonna try and throw on that camera down there, and we'll see if we can open it up. Now, as you can see, when it hit, it's pretty much spread out. I mean, you got a couple wrinkled edges, but this tape that you see that goes all the way around the net, that actually acts as a fin as that thing's dropping through the water. So if you do make kind of a bad throw or a short throw, as I call them, and it doesn't open up all the way completely, those fins on that net will actually plane out, and they'll open this net up as it's sinking in the water. That's why we use these type nets, especially in deep water, because normally a wide net, as it's going out through the water, it'll actually want to close up on you as it's sinking. But these fins on this net actually act as a plane, and they keep it open as it's coming down. So yeah, we like these types. All right, guys, here we go with 10-footer. Catch it up here by the horn. Then about right here at your hip. They're all in one hand. I'm gonna start opening, holding it till I get about half the net with one hand. I still got it in my pinky too. So here we go. It's gonna take a little bit more oomph to throw this one off, so and get it to open up. And like I said a while ago, as that net sinks into the water, you'll notice these fins on this net. See, it actually spreads out a lot further than that. But these fins on the edge here kind of act as planes. So if you throw a little bit off, these actually help open it on up. And like I said, these nets here are the ones we use in deeper water. So you got a little room of air there, and you can see there's about 2 foot of net left there. I think I'm gonna load it, try to throw it one more time, see if I can open this bad boy up. It's kind of stiff because it is cold this morning, but once it gets wet and you know, pliable a little bit more, they become easier to throw, believe it or not. But this one here is kind of stiff, so I'll try to throw it one more time.